Hey everyone, welcome back to OCD Recovery's YouTube channel, where today I'm going to talk about morning routines. It's something that we get asked about a lot. I don't really have a morning routine per se. I don't think you need a morning routine. I just think good structure in the morning. This will look different from person to person. I do think there's a lot of lost time in the morning. You don't have to be extremely overly meticulous about, I have to do this. If that works for you, go ahead and do it. I know there are a lot of people that have very busy schedules, whether they have multiple kids, they work a high pressure job to where they don't really have any time to kind of lollygag in the morning. I know I don't have time for that the way I like to live my life. So let's just jump right into the problems that I had during the morning. A lot of things I see when I coach people, and we'll kind of start off with what I do now, which is not something that you have to do. So before I go any further, please subscribe, hit that like button down below. Please message Phil at OCDrecovery.com and let us know what you think. This is just something that no one really talks about outside. Oh, just get up and start your day. And although there's truth in that, it's very, very difficult when you're struggling with not sleeping, waking up all the time with heart palpitations. I mean, I literally had a multi-year period where I literally did not sleep more than 1 hour straight, 2 hours max. Heart palpitations, waking up to pee, my nervous system so sensitized, my bladder, all the compulsions I did at night, compulsively trying to meditate to calm myself down, nothing inherently wrong with meditation. So what is my, that was the nighttime. Those are the things I did to get myself ready for the morning. I was like, that wasn't what I'm talking about. Anyway, so what do I do now? Unless I'm traveling somewhere, which I just got back from Canada for 4 days, which is a little bit different, where, wake up between 6:30 and 7 some days. When I'm home, the majority of the days, I'm up between 4 o'clock in the morning and 4:30. That's usually 6 days a week, including Saturdays, because I get to the gym at Saturdays at 5 a.m. or earlier. Sundays, I might sleep till about 6, maybe 6:30. My body just doesn't really let me sleep past that, so I might as well get up. How I run my mornings, and this is adopted over the years, because I get so many messages overnight. Hey, Nick, I'm from this time zone, I'm booking him for a one-to-one. So I start working within 20 seconds, maybe even 10 seconds. So I open my eyes, my alarm goes off. I'm not going to snooze. I snoozed a lot, or I just didn't get up. Now I don't snooze at all for 99.9% of the time. So I get up, my alarm goes off. I usually have to get up and get it off I just like putting my phone out of reach, or I have to really reach and grab for it. So I look at my messages on WhatsApp. Anyone that's moving a call, booking a call, new person messaging in, asking me a question. Hey, I'll message you after the gym to shoot you some times. If it's a new person, hey, how you doing? I'm going to the gym. Can you please tell me what time zone you live in, what times work for you, and what days of the week work best? And I'll book you in. Almost 99% of the time, there's no issues. Sure, these are the times, and I booked them in later. I usually cancel out to see if there's any important messages, and then everything is clear. That can be anywhere between 15. I think I woke up today with 33 separate messages. So it could take me 5 to 7 minutes. I wake up, get dressed, go into the bathroom instantaneously, brush my teeth, get ready, use mouthwash. I floss at night, kiss Erica goodbye because she likes when I do that. So now we're talking, it might be 4:42, 4:45. Go downstairs, make my coffee, or take my pre-workout, drive to the CrossFit gym, which takes me about 12 minutes. I switch to CrossFit fully. I do CrossFit classes 4 to 6 days a week, depending on the day. And then I run and I do other things as well. So, and then I get home and then I start working immediately. I have breakfast, usually maybe leftovers or a shake. And I'm usually at my first call at 6:45 in the morning. It's gotten early over the years. My first call used to be at 8, then it was 7:30, and now it's at 6:45 for a lot of the days. So I enjoy doing that. It works well for my schedule. Now, that didn't look that way at all when I was struggling. In the mornings, I would snooze, knock it up. I had gained a bunch of weight. I would open my eyes and instantly grab my Juul and start smoking my Juul, which was a terrible habit to have. I might have watched adult websites in the morning. I might have started venting and complaining to my original WhatsApp group that I joined in late 2019/early 2020. And I got kicked out of the groups. I mean, people don't believe that now when I tell people stories about how I was removed from the groups because I was so argumentative with people, and Rob had to give me a 90-day break because I was a pain in the ass to deal with. So, you can't really see that now, but it was a big thing for me. a lot of times I would still be playing video games. This is fucking nuts. But I would play video games until 4 or 5 in the morning and then sleep like 45 minutes and then wake up and try to tell Erica I went to sleep. I mean, my marriage was in shambles. Or I would tell Erica I was sick. I wasn't going. She was so sick of me and so done with me. I would just go downstairs and start playing video games at 7 in the morning, instantly with my Juul rig or my vape, drinking coffees, nodding. And if I did eat, I was binge eating like 4,000 calories at once. I mean, my life was really a mess. So I had to start somewhere. And when I started was, let's try to get up at a decent time. And when I do get up, let's just try to have some good habits. So I've always been a morning gym person. I will go to the gym at night if I need to, but I would rather go to the gym at midnight when no one's there and have a 24-hour pass. But I like going to most days I get to the gym. The CrossFit class I do is usually a 5:15 a.m. class. Sometimes like this Thursday, I might do the 4:15 a.m. class, but we'll see about that. And then I kind of just go from there. So I do the 5:15 or 4:15, depending. And it's an hour class. By the time I get home, again, first call, you got to look at your structure in the morning, okay? You got to be careful of your excuses. Well, you know what, Nick? I'm a freelancer, so don't have a lot of time, and I'm going to sleep till 11. Not a good excuse. You're not doing yourself any favors. You don't have to become a David Goggins, but you're more than likely doing the work at some of your habits. And then, again, you don't have to be so meticulous about your structure in the morning. I'm a big believer in getting up, whether you're going to the gym, taking care of your children. Depends on what your structure looks like. If you live alone, it's probably a good idea to get up and get the day started with maybe some exercise and maybe a nutritious breakfast. Oh, Nick, well, I'm not hungry. I get it. Eat anyway. I know it sounds crazy. I'm not going to go into specifics on this call, but the most important takeaway is you're going to have to learn to get up and start moving when your brain is screaming at you, which means automatic rumination is going to be there, which means automatic thoughts, images, sensation, urges are more than likely going to be screaming at you. You are more than likely going to solve, and you are more than likely going to do compulsions, and you are more than likely going to go into avoidance behaviors. But that doesn't mean that you can't start to change that, but you are going to have a long adaptation period where it does feel impossible to change that. But you have to try no matter what. And then, look at that structure and see what's good for you. Look at the habits that you want to do. Again, me going to the gym early in the morning works for me. It might not work for other people if you have to drive kids to school. But I can tell you this right now. One of the worst things you could do is when your alarm goes off, your phone alarm, your regular alarm, is getting back in the bed. And unless you're like me, again, I work for the first, instantaneously working. Literally it goes like this. Doot, 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 doot. I get up, get my phone, grab my phone. I'm not telling you. And I turn my phone on and I start working. But I'm not going to snooze. In the last 4 years, how many times have I snoozed on a Monday through Saturday and gone back to bed? Once every 6 months, maybe. There are days where I'm like, because I work out basically 7 days a week, sometimes twice a day, depending on the days. There are days where I would say, look, I need a break. My legs are killing me or my low back is sore. And I still kind of get up still at 5. And I actually like this. I'm like, I have an hour and 45 minutes for my first call. I can actually make a breakfast, maybe watch a little bit of Netflix. It's like a treat to me in that way. So, but you are going to force yourself to get up, and nothing I say is going to make you do that. That's why I'm not a big believer in a lot of these books where people are like, it's just, you got to just get up and get it done. And I can't make you do that. And I can't make you find a good enough reason to do it. I know for me, I got to a place where I didn't want to live and die with OCD. And I still messed up a lot, but I did not want that to be my definite scenario. I wanted to give myself the best chance possible to get up. And that means I was having panic attacks on my way to the gym. I would have 8 to 9 out of 10 anxiety. I mean, I would sit there before I joined the CrossFit gym. I'd sit there on, say, the bench press, and I'd be like, I probably looked nuts. I'd be squatting. I tell that story about one time I had the squat bar on my back in 2020, and I was crying, hysterically crying, with all the bars on my back. And I remember there was a guy next to me just, like, trying not to know this. But I knew if I didn't try, I wouldn't go anywhere. So the morning, get up, find a reason that works for you. It's never going to be easy per se. Trust me. When my alarm goes off in the morning, I don't go, yay! Once I get to the gym and start working out, depending on the workout, especially at the CrossFit gym, today I was like, Jesus. It was a every minute on the minute, 8 round, 2 minute time cap with like these things called devil presses I've never done before. I only joined 2 weeks ago. And then 200-yard sprints. Trust me, like, to wake up in the morning and make yourself do that. And I've been trying to, manage my caffeine intake a little bit more again. Who would have thought? Because I like caffeine a lot. But the amount I drink is not healthy. So, but, it's just the way it goes. And when I go there, I'm just not always the happiest when I'm driving there. But I go and I make myself go. So Phil at OCDrecovery.com. The main takeaway is there's no magic here. There's no magic answer. There's no gimmicks. There's no shortcuts. And you just have to keep doing it. Consistency rules over everything with discipline and grit. So I hope to hear from you soon. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day.